episódio de Alan Wake.
Groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Então, da última vez, a gente meio que foi atacado por aquela ruidão e caiu no mar, na
The door
água.
was locked. I was a prisoner here.
E aparentemente a gente está sendo tratado pelo doutor.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Aí.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Vamos falar a verdade que faz bastante sentido.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Que da hora. Olha, do Thomas Zane, né? Agora é ele. Meu Deus.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Vamos ver, né?
Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Não, não
Pretty
é
damn
não.
wonderful, yeah.
Quer caçar? Vai sim, mano. Vai ainda não. Aí eu apoio.
Scary, scary, scary.
Tá tirando dos bichos.
Emerson,
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Caramba, são os dois caras do bar.
It's off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Muito suspeito, hein? Esse.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we?
Oxi!
Gotta go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Eles estão me chamando de Thomas Zane.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Nice
Yeah,
drinks.
no. Sorry,
We have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed! Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of
Nossa,
the
que
lake.
história doida, mano.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
Opa, é o momento. Voltando. Ah, sim. Eu vou tirar o progressivo. Voltando então. Voltando então. Me posicionando. É o interfone. Vamos voltar e ver o que vai acontecer agora. Certo, a clínica. Vamos lá. É.
Good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here. Like the storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Coisa estranha, todo mundo quer que eu escreva. Ao mesmo tempo que tudo parece fazer sentido, parece ser loucura da natureza, coisa assim. Não, eu tava ali pra ler, não parece mais. Deixa eu falar. Ao mesmo tempo que tudo parece fazer sentido.
I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution and then
Ao mesmo tempo é meio suspeita, né? Porque
wasn't supposed to be about.
You can get to your room by
The
those
doors
stairs,
were
Wake.
locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them. Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. Something's wrong. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse
myself.
Birch watching me like
It's
a
hard to
hawk.
think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside.
Hartman had mentioned that the
My
power had
nightmares
been
are
acting
real.
up. Maybe
I
that
swear
was the
again,
reason for
she's
the
not
generator
human.
and the work light on the
It's not human.
balcony. The generator hadn't been
Wearing an
activated,
old woman's
and there was
face.
no
She
key.
covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
e essa cobrança que eu tenho que escrever, sabe? É. Pode ser terapêutico? Terapêutico? Pode. pode ser terapêutico, mas pode ser que a impressão que eu tô tendo é pela visão do Alan, né? Então, pode ser tudo.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn head?
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming.
My store.
I could get the key
I'm
to the office
taking
from
it.
Sinclair.
The backstage
I had to get to
is all
Hartman's
yours,
office.
Tom.
He had taken
Seize
all
your
my manuscript
destiny.
pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Onde que tá?
Maybe you could come out and beat our adult diapered asses first, since you're so tough, Birch.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
Caraca,
More
mano.
and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent. He's...
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here. Even when he's
Nossa,
home.
tá tendo vários problemas em
Please
casa,
help
hein?
me, doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Ela fez o possível para levar.
You need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in?
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, I'm glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that vet gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on.
Peraí.
Pal, we gotta get going.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Oxi.
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Sai. Vai. Antes não tinha que fazer isso, cara. Caramba.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Droga! Onde eu tenho que ir? Vou subir? Eu agarrei. Nossa, difícil. Aê! As coisas não melhoraram. Tem que descer correndo nessa mesma hora. De acho. Vamos lá. Tô quebrando. Ó, mano, espírito. fazer? Agora vamos lá. Acho que era isso. Ué? Consegui? Aí. É isso. Uma outra luz ali.
Found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Labirinto?
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Okay.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Nossa. Eita, esse aqui acertou.
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad. Let's get out of here.
É meio bizarro, né? Mas. Beleza. Isso me lembra do Iluminado.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around.
Isso. Não, trouxe. Pergaminho. Tá no escrito, né? Pergaminho não.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around. They're coming for you.
Tá isso de mim aonde, mano? Carregado. E agora, sem munição? Pra saber pra onde ir agora. Mais um manuscrito. Vamos pra lá mesmo, tá? Caramba, é mó confuso. Aqui. Eita, diacho. Vamos lá, saímos do labirinto. Nossa, que impressão que eu tinha visto alguma coisa.
You get 2 pills in the morning and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
É aquele cara que eu conheci lá. Oxi, não, é o segurança. Ai. É. Eu preciso passar. Né? Eu não mesmo, pelo ali, Ai, ai. Opa, tem uma casinha aqui. Opa, aí sim. Respeito, guarda. Mais armado, melhor. Caraca.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too.
O outro escritor também via as coisas aparecendo.
Clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide. I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of craze. Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for.
Mas o que é isso?
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman...
Muito doido, né? Não faz sentido as coisas, mas... Beleza. Obrigado. Beleza. Ia! Caraca! Nossa, eu nem acredito! Pô, eu fiz na hora certinha. Eu desviei na hora exata. Meu Deus. Mas até que eu sabia, só quis correr na hora mesmo. Beleza. Amazing content. Anyway. Caraca. Oh, rápido no gatilho aqui, filho. Vai ter alguns itens, né? Aqui, ó. Às vezes é só uma pegadinha isso aqui. Mas se não é por aqui, onde que é? Pra subir? Pra subir, eu acho. Pra que serve o café? Não sei. Oh, velho. Vamos lá.
Ow! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Ai, caraca. E essa agora? Quem é? Ah, não, um monte de bicho.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it!
Ah!
It's gotta be here!
Ah! Ai, cadê o cara? Quem tá me tirando aqui, você? Eita, tinha um dois atrás. Oh, muita gente.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it!
Ai! Ai, ai, ai! Droga, droga! Droga! Não, de novo. Aparecem uns caras a mais. Ah, vamos lá, agora vamos, agora vamos.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it! It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
mas foi.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the... You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Mano, que doideira. Eu vou seguir o conselho daqueles dois velhinhos lá, Viking. Ah, meu Deus.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Ah, que beleza. Já não tava ruim o suficiente.
Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Eita.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine!
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry!
Gente, então voltamos depois. Por hoje vai ficar por aqui mesmo. Então depois eu volto aqui, não sei quando, provavelmente na terça. E aí eu volto a continuar o nosso joguinho. Vamos ver se a gente vai conseguir terminar isso. Eu vou salvar. Se eu tô maluco? Não tô maluco? Eu vou salvar a Alice ou não? Até mais.